Oh, and it makes great power. It makes 920 to the wheels.
What is up, everybody?
It does it all day.
What is going on? Turn this TV down a little bit, my bad. Right, shut up. Alright, Brody, calm down. Please lay down. Don't bug me the whole fucking time. Okie dokie. So, right, Kraton's making a noise in their nose. Fucking diff's clicking. Probably because I haven't bought new gears in a long time. So, I'm sure that's the overall reason. But let's see what we see getting in there, taking it apart. No, that's not good. We have a loose screw. That doesn't help. Make that 2. So yeah, it looks like the cover is being pushed off here. So that's probably our problem. Let's see why though. Probably too long the screws in the bottom of it. Yes, Brody, I'm busy. Go away. Freaking dog, dude. You spent all day with him and he just wants more time. But that's what dogs do, right? Okay. I'm just gonna drill in this thing. So I'm spending a week tearing these screws out. So we can shatter this case too. Oh yeah, I should probably put that camera in the right spot. Sorry about that. There we go. Okay. Well, at least it's not smashed open like the other one. Yeah, just like I thought. So screw's a little too long there, so that's got to be swapped. As far as the amount of play in it, get my finger on the cup here. There we go. It's actually very tight. Yeah. So that's the whole problem there. It's not actually the differential at all. But since we got it open, double check our screws. Ah, fuck. And of course, I got some turning, so you got to relocate the fucker anyway. Yep. Third day of working on shit. Not shit, but working on shit in general. I'm just exhausted. I don't feel like doing shit. Yeah, again, I'm always screwing around, Mike. You know me, that's fucking what I do, bro. Professional screw arounder. Non-stop, bro. Alright, so we'll deal with that in a second. But first, excuse me. I just had a bunch of fucking snot blow out of my head. Not fun. Let's take care of this screw problem we got. Come on, really? Alright, fucking. I just did not want to say it right. Oh. Okay, that's stripped. Now let's see, which one was it? It's that one. It's just. Okay, fuck her out of there. Put something a little shorter in, because that's pushing the case off. That'll work. Is that even? Perfect. Just a hair shorter. That's what we need. So, there we go. Now that shouldn't be protruding from the top. Oh, those are actually the bumper screws, I think. Oops. Oh, well. Alright, so we got a missing screw there, which is also probably stripped. Oh, yeah. Very, very stripped. Yeah, might have to put something with a nut over the top of that. I don't feel like doing that shit. But let's check. Ooh, yeah, it's loose. God damn it. Whoosh. That one's actually probably stripped. Check these back screws. Yeah, it's fucked up too. Great. That's going to need a new case real soon. But life of a hardcore fucking Kraton. Go through some parts. There we go. Alright, so on to the differential problem. Right. All right. So, once again, the problem with Loctite and grease. They don't work well together. And we caught this one, I think, before any flat spots. So it just clicked once or twice during a, I guess you could call a attempted self-righting incident. Oh, that's right. This is the one I broke the bolt off of when I was cleaning it. So, well, that really shouldn't make a difference being on the backside, except for the fact that you can't clean that hole, which, you know, it's not the only one that needs work. So let's see here. Well, fortunately tonight we have brake cleaner, so I might be able to do this actually subtly and make it work. So I'm just going to take those three out, and then I'm going to clean those and run a screw through them. And if the hole cleans out good enough, then put some more loctite in, and it'll be all good. And everybody will be bright and cheery and fucking happy. Doubt it, but you know, worth a shot. So, all right, where is my can of brake cleaner at? There it is. So, just fill those holes up with some brake cleaner, and then just do our usual run the screw in thing. Oh, that screw's bent to shit. That ain't gonna do it. No, that would have made a mess of things. Not really. It just would have been difficult to do. If there's not any threads on it. And all right. So, let's see. On some of these, I can actually take the screws out of the other side and go all the way through it, but I don't think I really need to at this point. Oop. Yeah, if that happens, be careful. Might want to turn your drill down. Yeah, there's a good amount of gunk coming out there. Brody, come on, dude. Like, seriously. What the fuck are you eating? What the hell is Brody? What are you chewing on? Is that a piece of fucking paper? This dog, man. In a second here. What the fuck, dude? Piece of cardboard. You have food, dipshit. You had the same food last week. You had no problem with it. Don't even fuck with me. Let's start being a weirdo. Plus, I gave you food. Fucking neurotic ass dog. Sorry about that. Oh, got it. Yeah. Dirt. Alright, so. Yeah, look clean enough, but you never really know. So. Proper dose to compress air wouldn't hurt either. We're having some kind of tiny bottle brush to stick down in there, but we'll work with what we got. And I'm not seeing any Loctite residue, so I'm good with that. So let's go ahead and make some. Yeah. And yeah, using that much Loctite means you're going to have to use the torch to take it apart, but you know what? It's worth not having the screws come out. So, it's the number one killer of differentials right there. Screws getting loose, gear gets bent, or not bent, but it flexes, and chew all the damn teeth off everything. If you shim it right from the get-go, that's the only thing that's going to kill it. Or bearing failure. That'll do it too, especially pinion bearing, but you know, what are you gonna do? Can't fix everything. You know, all you can do is try by putting on new bearings pretty much every time you take it apart. Pray for the best. Probably should have changed those screws out, but I didn't think about it. Hopefully they work. And we'll see. We'll wait now. But all right, so let's go and clean out this one too. Thank you, Brody, for not being a jerk. I mean, you give him steak and quesadillas and all kinds of treats, and he's just still a little pestering bastard. I do give them plenty of time. For the sake that I don't. It really doesn't have to go that deep, so I'm just gonna put it in by hand. Kind of get a feel for where the shitty stuff is. Just gonna feel it now. That's all debris down in there. Old Loctite funk, if you will. Not that shit. That looks clean enough. All right. So you could let this set up overnight and double check it, but I'm just gonna put it back in the car anyway. I mean, I found the biggest reason we were getting these bolts hadn't actually come loose yet. They were just loose to the touch. The reason we had the clicking was the bolt going through the bottom of the chassis protruding into the front cover. That was a bit too big. Yeah, see, these are all still tight. Can't put enough emphasis on getting these front screws in your differentials Loctited and solid with no grease interference. It's life or death on the diff, pretty much. Holy shit, 14 people are watching me. That's fucking amazing. Honestly, thank you. That's a new record. Anybody have any questions? All right, well, put it back in. I'll stand here and shit. Put this over here. See what's going on. Brody, what, you want to go outside? All right, fine. Give me a second. Now I got to let him outside. And just get that in there and boop, just like so. All right, come on, buddy. You're driving me nuts. Let's go. Okay, doggone. As I was saying, okay, so, right, you can stick your finger back over the front and hold that cup. And you can see there is no play in that diff at all. But there's also no binding, because when I originally put it together, that's how it was put together. And that's how I do all my diffs when I start them up. As tight as you can possibly be without binding. And that's with the cover on, torque down, and all that shit. Because that's how you make them work. I got a bunch of videos on it. Don't really feel like talking too much about it right now. This needs to be cleaned up some fierce. Yeah, I think so. All right. That is nasty. Very nasty. Come on. All the old grease out. Dirt and shit in there from that cover being lifted. Yeah, you always got to check your spacing on your screws. Usually, if you're doing like a bulkhead or something like that, you can take a smaller Allen wrench and stick it in the hole and see what kind of spacing you've got. But in a case like this, you know, one size bolt is going to hit the cover and the next size down isn't, and it's really close. So sometimes you just got to trial and error that shit. All right, so just go with a little bit of dipping sauce, if you will. And get these all lined up. Yeah, it is a milk case. Okay. Empty that there. And more for the road. It's fairly long for a little aluminum case. And finish tightening. That should be it. Put the shocks back in. We should be done. Of course, I'll double check it with the cover on it. Actually screwed all the way down this time. Hopefully, we can strip it. Inside might be gone. Oh, shit. Yeah, looks like it's. Oh, no, there it goes. Okay. No, but I had left on that one. Yeah, that one's gone, I think. So that's a bummer. But we have ways to fix this. Probably just put a longer screw in it, really. I don't know how deep that hole is. So, yeah, Yeah, there's definitely some crap in there too. Well, if it's not deep enough, which it's not, well, we have ways to fix that too. Oh no, it's definitely deep enough. That's just where the threads start. That's what I was feeling. Right, so we just need to unscrew. Right. Not a lot of comments tonight. A lot more people than usual, but no comments. All right, that's cool. I mean, I get it. Maybe some of you just don't have accounts yet and you can't comment on an account. I get it. But any questions out there, by all means, I'm not here because I don't like sharing information or giving people tips to enjoy our wonderful hobby sport more. You know, it's always better when there's more people into it, there's more people to drive with. So, if you got a broken car, you're not enjoying it because it's broken. And if you don't know how to fix it, well, then you probably hate it. But, almost. Oh. Brody didn't go for one of his little, I'm mad at you, I want to go for a long walk things. Oh, it's so good in your eye. Alright, so let's see if we've got threads. Certainly feels like it. Let's see if it bottoms out. Yeah. Getting there, getting there, getting there. And oh wow. It's still stripped all the way down there. I mean, I don't doubt that bolt will hold something, but it's definitely not going to hold as tight as it could. Hence needing new bulkheads, but it's a money thing, man. You know, it's off season down here, not making a lot. Not to mention every once in a while I miss a day of work because of some stupid shit. Like yesterday. Let's see here. Come on. He's going to be a bastard. Especially with this new shock mod. Come on. Line up. You mother. Yeah. Sometimes I just hit it with a hammer. Anyway. Yes, the new shock mod. I'm running rear shock rods in the fronts with the standard front shock bodies. Yeah, you got to use some spacing here and there so you don't bottom out and blow the pistons off the freaking rods. But other than that, I'm using rear springs too. It's awesome. It can bottom out on jumps, like digging into it. It jumps way better, way higher. It carries more speed off the ramp, you know, because you're not digging. It's a really good setup. I haven't finalized it or figured out exactly what parts to use. Still kind of tinkering with it, but that's the gist of it. Come on, get in there. 12.5-pound springs are kind of hard to manipulate. But yeah, it's a sweet setup, I can tell you that. Oh, wrong wrench. Where's the little guy? Got a row over there. Oops. Yeah, I always give Brody a little bit of what I eat. I like to keep his digestive system more like a normal dog would be, you know. Omnivore and all. I know he's domesticated and all that shit, but he doesn't have, stomach problems, and, I don't feed him a ton of shit anyway, so. I mean, the shit he's eating out of his bowl is much worse than what I'm giving him, that's for sure. And they're all the fucking same. The commercials are right. You read the ingredients on that shit, and it's all junk. Unfortunately, real dog food is expensive. Yeah, smoking's healthy. Or you could just do what I do and give him, some food off your table. I mean, he's only 60 pounds. You don't eat that much. So, anyway, so that's that for that. And like I said, once you're all together, you can put your finger on that cup and just turn it back and forth, and you can see, minus your pin movement in your outdrive, how tight it is. So, and that's very, very within limits for this truck. Well, for anything I got that's 6S anyway. So everything else, this thing ran absolutely great today, so I'm pretty happy with it. I just checked all the mains, at least, checked the wheels, because this is running tomorrow. And what was it? Oh yeah, the spider. I gotta figure out something to do with that fucking suspension, because Nick didn't pick up any springs today like I asked him to, and it's sitting on its nuts. Plus I got a new cover to put on the receiver, and that's it. That's it for tonight. After that, my old ass has got to get up there early in the morning, as early as I want to get up on a Sunday. Fuck, it's Sunday already. It's like the weekend just started. Ain't that a bitch? All right, so I'm gonna grab this thing. Oh, fuck, where is it? Oh, it's over there. Okay. So here we are with that. Just up down a little bit. Whoop, shit. Sorry about that, but that was really fucking loud. Sorry. Just kind of tapped the mic there. All right, so for anybody who doesn't know, this is the Spider. This is a bastard child of 3 different arrmas. It's a Mojave chassis. It started out life as a Typhon. Mojave chassis, and then I speed ran it, and then I ran it through a TV at 60. Yes, there's a video. And then I truckified it and put on kraton suspension, except for the shocks. The shocks are a hybrid of kraton Typhon bodies with kraton shafts. And yeah, it's kind of cool. It's a really weird driving experience because it's so low to the ground and so wide and long. Like the grip is completely different. I had it on a oval sand track today, and it absolutely tore it up. Like you could just 4-wheel blast through the corners, wide open throttle, and it would just take it and just rip through the corner. It's pretty cool. So, yeah, and then of course the 4S tires, which are just about the right size for this thing, I feel. I don't know about anybody else. Right, so yeah, we got the new cover. Well, I got a whole new battery box, but I'm just gonna put on the cover. That's all I really needed. But they don't sell it separately. Of course, you got to get all these damn wires out of the way. And not mess your antenna up. Where's your blade? There we go. So there's that. It's even got its little gasket. So put that in there. Like it really matters. That little foam thing on the side. Yeah. I guess it's good for splash possibilities, And yep. Right there. Yeah, make sure you don't pinch your antenna. It's not good for it. All right. Probably should have grabbed some hardware before I started doing this. Yeah. Let's get to the top of the box. I'm sure that'll go in. Yep. There we go. So, yep, need some more screws. Well, shit. See what I got laying out here. Nah. Okay. Let's be professional about this and put the right shit in it. Yeah, it's not really easy to work. Isn't that long though. So, yeah, that. Then we got to figure out the spring situation. So, I don't know what these front springs are off of, but they absolutely suck. They're just nothing. There's nothing there. They can't be off a 10 scale even. I don't know what shocks you get that big on something that weighs that little, but they suck. Bastard. Yeah, I'm upsizing the screws so it's not too happy. Only some of them though. And one more. And we're done with that. Get in the hole. Come on. Ah! You know what? Honestly, I just don't give a shit right now. I'm just so tired. I mean, it's good enough for now. I might put another bolt in it tomorrow. I might not. It's just too much extra work to do, and I'm too tired to do it. I'd much rather be laying in bed right now watching TV. But such is not the case, because we got a lot of stuff to do tomorrow. All right. So these things just suck. Yeah, and then the rear springs on this are actually front springs off my Kraton before I switched to the rear springs because I lost one of them in the house jump. On the last one, we lost a shot keeper, and God knows where that thing went because I can't find the damn thing. Let's see what we got here. Oh, these are not the same length, but these seem to be like stock Kraton springs, I believe. They're from the fire. Well, shit. Never what it's got on it. As long as they'll keep the nose up. And let's see here. All right. Nothing around the insides. It's going to be a little more difficult. No, thank you. And next. There we go. And yeah, so those being 12.5 pounders, I mean, they're stiff enough spring. I just don't think the collars are adjusted up right because it's pretty saggy. You'll see in a minute. So I think I'm going to, oh shit, I put that one in the wrong hole. Oops. All right. Come on. Yeah. There we go. I mean, it's pretty damn low to the ground. In fact, in a skate park, it'd probably be dragging on everything. All right, so make some room for this giant thing. Oh, shit. I thought that was a piece of antenna for a minute. All right, so, yeah, that's where it's at right now. So the back end is like just way on the ground. Unfortunately, I can't, well, I guess I could zoom that out a little bit more. You can see the whole car better. Hold on a second. And, oh, no, actually, it's already 100% out, so I can't. But that's weird. I think it'd be different. Oh, I know what the problem is. Hold on a second. There we go. Let's do that. Now you can see more. I had it artificially zoomed. There we go. Yeah, that's better. So yeah, you can see the back end is just like, yeah, way squat. Where it should be right about there would be better. So I can probably just tighten those up. And now the front actually is off the ground. Way too much damping for that heavy a spring, but that's good. Let me just get these twisted up, which is probably going to be a pain in the ass because we're going to come loose 100 times. We all know how that goes. Yep, already coming loose. Tighten up, bugger. Guess I didn't do the greatest job cleaning this thing. Making a video about that. Problem with having 3 arrma 6s is cleaning the fucking things. Alright, and that drive cup's good. Banged up. Good. That needs to go. A little bit of good amount of bearing slop. It's not like I care. I mean, this is like the other toy. It is fun though. I mean, I definitely suggest playing around with different mix and matches of armor stuff if you can. Hey, what's up, buddy? Purple piece in the front, that is a Canadian RC 96 bumper spring. The toughest bumper springs I've ever run. And I've run ones that are built in a building adjacent to a house. I'm not going to name any names to, slander anybody. Also, I forgot to put those in the front of the crate. It's held down, believe it or not, with Savox servo screws, which I just thought would look cool. Let me see. And yeah, I've never broken one of these. Well, I pulled a screw through one, but I just didn't arch the screws after that. And I've got them on all my trucks. Nick's got them on his trucks. In fact, they also make all the skids that we use on the bodies. And that's the man right there, Mr. Canadian RC 96. And I've got a new batch of products coming when the Postal Service gets their shit together and fucking gets off strike. Which I'm looking forward to, because we got some new products in the pipeline. We got car stands. We got shock stands for bleeding your shocks. We got diff holders for rebuilding your diffs so they don't tip over and lose your precious fluid. I'd say that looks pretty good. A little bit of rake the way I like it. So that'll function. Front end's like crap, but I mean that's what I got for now until I get some more springs. I gotta order some more of these things because they're awesome. Yeah, I saw that. I think I saw that one. You put it in the community? Yeah, dude, freaking his stuff's bomb, man. Seriously. He 3D prints his own shit. Even makes custom, let me get my body real quick for the stunt truck. What the hell is that sitting at? Like, you can't quite see it all anymore, but, custom logos in them and stuff like that. Like this one. That one's pretty cool. And I've got a video of this thing doing probably 100 rotations on its back, and obviously freaking didn't even touch the body. The only place it got beat up is where my shock tower tried to go through it. But that's gonna happen, especially the way I treat these things. Oh, all right, let's get the Kraton back up here so I can put those screws in it. There you go. All right. So here's that bad boy. Yeah, a minute ago, I was talking about my new shock mod. I don't know if you caught that. In the fronts now, I'm running rear springs and rear shock rods with standard front bodies, and it's giving me a lot more front travel without over angling the axles. And because of that extra front travel, going off of jumps, it doesn't really dig in. I would like it a little bit lower than this, but I got to cut the springs, and I don't want to cut those because I've got a set of cut ones on that car. I just need to order more. Anyway, it doesn't dig into the ramp on jumps coming off because, I mean, that's a lot of pressure there. So it launches way better, pops off the jump better. You don't lose speed by digging into the ramp. It's pretty freaking cool. Oh yeah, that's right. I forgot about that. I've got version 1. That's all right, Yeah, I got samples. I got samples. So yeah, here's actually, he makes wing and wing mounts too. That's a wheelie bar for his wings, or his wing mount wheelie bar combo. See, little custom logos and stuff. There's a used one. So it's pretty tight work, dude. Yeah, there's a bumper spring we don't need. That's an arrma one. These bumper springs last so long that we've got a ton of them because they don't break. I've never had to replace one yet. So there you go. It's good stuff. You get that feeling like there's a booger on the end of your nose and you just can't make it go away, even though there's nothing there. I hate that shit. This one? Oh yeah, I know. Or are you talking about the one on the spider? The one on of the spiders, a used one I just got with a buyout. That came from Chad's collection. This one, yeah, that one's been through hell and back, dude. That thing is definitely ready to be replaced. But yeah, oh yeah, I guess you can see it in that other shot there. Right. But yeah, that's the beast. That's my favorite. Gear mesh is getting a little bit loose, but yeah. Yeah, I guess just tighten it up a bit. But yeah, that's really it for tonight. I just wanted to get that diff thing fixed. Thank God it wasn't like a whole problem where I'd have to go buy parts tomorrow and rebuild it. Because we got a busy schedule tomorrow. We're going out to an on-road track and help this dude tune his Serpent. And that Wang has seen a lot of abuse. It's like porno Wang, dude. Oop, too much. That sounds good. I like that. Let's crank that sucker down. There we go. Yeah, it definitely has. That thing's jumped off a parking garage. It's jumped over a house. It's been landed on countless times. It's been dug into the ground like a shovel a bunch of freaking times. I mean, yeah, it's lived a life. It's definitely ready to be put out to pasture. But yeah, this whole truck, man, has been through hell and back like multiple times. But it's one tough bitch. I really don't replace a lot of parts on this thing unless it's, wear items, drivetrain shit. Thank you. Appreciate that. Yeah, I think that's just about right. Ain't a little big, but you got to check it in 4 spots to make sure you're not, on bind in case that gear's out around. So you're like, yeah, it's a little loose. But then here, that's kind of tight. And then here, also a lot tighter. So in the grand scheme of things, yeah, it's perfect because it doesn't get to the binding point. It just gets a little bit looser at one point, and and that's the way they always are in my experience. I mean, they're never perfectly round or anything. I think it's more the pinion offset actually, because with the one set screw, it's going to push it to one side. No matter what you do, I mean, it's going to be a couple thousandths off. I mean, it's big enough to slide over the shaft easily. It's not an interference fit. That's a good idea, though. They should make them interference fit. Just heat them up with a torch real quick and slap them on there. You'd never have a loose pinion again, that's for sure. That would be a good idea. I kind of do that anyway now. I heat them up with a torch before I put them on, because then, really you're kind of creating an interference fit with the set screw when you tighten it up, because once it cools, it's going to tighten it to it. Because in my experience, you really only lose pinion gears when your motor gets real hot, because you melt the freaking melt the Loctite. So if you can get it hotter than it would get at that point before you put it on, then it technically should never back off. But a lot of things should happen technically. How does an ESC that doesn't turn off without unplugging turn itself off? You mean like restart? Like all of a sudden it'll just fucking not move, and a second later, beep, 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 go through the thing? You mean like that? I'll wait for your answer because I know it's like a 30-second delay. If that's not what you mean, I can tell you. Mike, you should know this. If it turns itself completely off, it's usually an overheat cycle or there's something wrong with the ESC. Completely shuts off. Have to hit the button. Right. Okay, so there's something wrong with it, probably. Something internal or overheat protection. Could be over voltage protection. I don't know. I mean, that might be possible with the battery. I don't know. No, not really, I guess. Yeah, I'd have to say either there's a screw stuck in the bottom of it, that went in too deep, which I've seen, or It's going into shutdown for some reason. But if it's completely off, you can't get like a code out of it. You can't get a flashing light. So yeah. Is that on your new Max 6? Is that what it's doing? Okay, so zip tied on, right. If that's on the Max 6, go into your data logs and see if you see anything weird. Like, oh, okay, on the sledge, yeah, that I don't know. Well, that's a Traxxas ESC. How am I supposed to know that? I have zero experience with Traxxas ESCs. I mean, I'm sure just like everything else, but I'm sure the programming is different too. Just like a Honda ECU and a Ford ECU will run the same engine, but they're not programmed the same way. You know, potato. However you want to look at it, man. I mean, really. Oh man. Yeah. So Northport tomorrow night, and we're taking all three of mine. Nick's taking his 6, his 8, and I think I talked him into taking the 223. He hasn't had the 223 out in a while. That poor car's neglected. Because he needed to change his shock tower. I told him to bring it down here. I'll have it done in 5 minutes. Okay. So yeah, I still got to charge a couple 4S batteries, and I still got to charge. All the 6s are done just about. Still got to charge a 3 for the 2.2. And I need to get a fucking receiver for my GT because I kind of miss that truck. It would have been fun today in the sand pit. Feature button to make sure people don't post stuff. That's why I lost. Normally there's some G-force or something triggered the switch. Huh. No shit. That's funny. So the button can only turn the car on. But if you whack it hard enough, it turns the car off. I think that's what you're saying. Is that what you're saying? Sorry, man. I'm exhausted, really. I didn't eat a damn thing yesterday because the food was so fucking bad. That's pretty fucking wild. I gotta tell you. That's pretty crazy. By the way, good call on putting that servo in the Spider. That thing's plenty for that Spider, dude. That thing, that cheap little 70 kilogram freaking Amazon servo freaking, yeah, it's plenty for that thing. It's probably about 40, I mean, to be honest with you. But I think I cranked that one up to 8.4 and it started shutting the ESC down, so it works much better at 7. Yeah, I gotta get another motor for that hobby wing. Censored motors are just so fucking expensive though. It runs good with the arrma though, the stock. What is it, 16 whatever or 20 something? Yeah, 2050. It runs good with those. I've run it on those before, and I didn't have a problem with it until the rotor exploded in midair, dude. That thing was fucking hauling ass. I did that on the Spider, right in the middle of a freaking backflip, like it 30 feet up in the air. The rotor just blew up, locked up the whole suspension. Where is that thing? Oh, there's that. Only the rotor is though. That's right there somewhere. Little conversation piece. Yeah, fucking whatever. Yeah, well, Nick's got a 223 that I modified. I mean, what exactly you want to know? VXL6. Okay. I'll have to look it up. Yeah, Nick's got a 223 that I've done some mods to. I can probably get it, actually, if you want. I mean, someone bring it down here. He's still up. He probably is. Fuck, speaking of which, I need to get to bed pretty soon. We're going to be up at 9. Let's see if he's up. Would you mind bringing down your 223 if you're still awake? And if you haven't fixed it yet, bring the part so I can fix it for you. You're welcome. If you're in bed and all that, then forget it. Let's monkey. Yeah, so next 223, we've got Typhon shocks on it. I believe we got these tires, the 4S Kraton tires. Or no, these are the 6S. Those are the 4S Kraton tires. Very similar. Very similar. Anyway, metal gears throughout drivetrain. We geared it down because of the size of the tires, but it's still got stock running gears, stock servo, speed control, motor. Obviously changed shock fluid, shock springs. We were running 100 weight all the way around on that one. I don't know which pistons we're running though. I think we're running arrma 1.2s all the way around, so 1.2 mil, 6-hole flats, always flats. There's Nicholas. 2 texts. Fuck you, I'm sleeping. I replaced the front shock the last time I took it out. I have people asking about it on the live stream. Can I borrow it for a minute? Hey, you came back. Good. I'm not too busy to pet you now. Buddy. Cool. All right, so Nicholas is coming down with his 223, and then we can talk all the 223 you want. All right, LG, blah, blah, blah. Typhon 3 and 6, Granite. Jesus Christ, you got a lot of cars, man. Fraction 3, Tenacity DB Pro, Sentin 3, Mini Crawler. Wow, dude. Fleet, yeah, exactly. Fucking, if you had kids that many, you'd have a baseball team. Or fucking whatever. Oh, shit. Whoops. That was my hair clippers. Oh, well, I wasn't asking about your, but I mean, if you had as many kids as you have RC cars, you would have a baseball team, is what I'm saying. It's just a stupid metaphor. Congratulations, though. 16-year-olds are a pain in the ass, I know. Oh, okay, cool. All right, well, I don't know. Nick's bringing it down anyway. It's kind of a cool looking rig because of the mods we've done to it. It definitely handles well. But I mean, I try not to do anything that doesn't handle well. And I'm usually pretty good at it. Let's see if we get some music in the background here. So I don't want to kill everybody. No, I'm just kidding. Let's see. How about little N-O. Yep, there we go. And there it is. Weekend at Fatty's. Right on. Yeah, no, it's cool, man. I don't mind. Appreciate it. Yeah, no, all mine are, well, all mine from marriage are all grown and gone. In fact, that's where my soon-to-be ex-wife is with the girls up in Kentucky in my life savings. But whatever. Shit happens. Due to occurs. Something's loose in the front. Probably the shock bushings. Pretty much everyone I got is a M2C piece that's a bit old and a bit run down. Brody, you good, buddy? He had that weird gait like he was going to puke for a second. So, these are my hands. Come on, Nick. What the fuck is taking you so long? There he is. Come on in, Nick. Thank you, sir. Thank you. Don't worry, I am going to bed soon. I just wanted to show this little thing off. That one? Oh. How in the hell? There it is. So, as I said, Typhon shocks. Obviously needs a bit more spacing inside this one. What?
Heavier springs too.
Yeah, obviously. Heavier springs. You right, buddy? Hello, everybody. Thanks for stopping by, Nick.
Au revoir.
I'll see you in the morning, buddy. Oh, wait, what tires are these?
Those are the Badlands.
Oh, that's right. Okay, so that's what we got on here, the little Proline Badlands. Not the...
It's not the flies in.
Oh, that one? Yeah. Yeah, well, you're opening your. Yeah, okay. Thanks, buddy. Anyway, right. So Proline Badlands is what we got on this thing, not the 4S Kraton tires like I thought. But obviously it's a little high in the front. You know, never really finished up the shock mod, and yeah, the spacers are worn out or gone in the back here. But yeah, geared it down a little bit, and thing flies. It really hauls ass. He's got a pretty cool video on the channel doing a wheelie all the way across the back of a softball field. Yeah. So I don't know. I drove it before and after, and I think it's more fun this way. It's definitely easier to get yourself out of a jam with bigger tires and better suspension. I'll let them know that you guys all know what's up. Yeah, right. Yeah, including all the 1,000 scars I have on each hand and forearm. I was drinking with a buddy of mine one night who's a tattoo guy, and I was like, "Man, I should get all my scars tattooed." And he looked at me, he's like, "Dude, you're a freaking idiot." I'm like, "What?" He's like, "First of all, scar tissue doesn't take ink. Second of all, do you know how many scars you have?" And he rolled my arms over with a fluoroscope at his house. Dude, seriously, I look like a fucking tiger. I didn't realize how many scars I actually got working on cars for a living over the years. That's better. I don't want to get copyrighted now. Fucking people. Anyway, so yeah, that's next 223. And then, so yeah, he's got a 3S, he's got a 4S Mojave, and then he's got a 6S, version 6 Outcast or Notorious, and then the 8S Notorious. So he's got a plethora. Not near as many as yours would be, by all means. But I mean, that's enough as far as I'm concerned. I've got 4 technically too, if you count the GT. And I mean, I've got one specialized kind of for everything I want to do. I mean, the Spider is kind of your all around weird ass fucking car that just does everything in a different way. So it's kind of fun, and it's pretty damn fast. The Kraton does 60 on grass, and that's my Send It rig. Big jumps, big stunts. And then the Notorious is just my master of fucking flatland freestyle. I mean, that thing just, does amazing shit. And they've all been, pushed in that direction as far as modifications and re-engineering and all that kind of shit. I mean, done a lot of shit here and there to really change some shit that I think arrma got wrong, like especially 3.5 degrees of toe in the back. Jesus Christ, dude, get a grip. I don't run 3 degrees on anything. In fact, I'm running 1 degree on everything but the Spider. The Spider's running 2 degrees because it's got TRL adjustable things. I actually had to make my own. Where'd that little fucker go? What I did is I took these guys who steel, like this would be I think that's a D block support or a C block support. Excuse me. And I welded the holes closed and then re-drilled them to where the pins were on the TRL adjustables when I had them set the way I wanted them set. That way I made, permanent blocks that would be set up the way I want, because I run a lot of anti-squat in the back and I run a lot less toe than arrma wants. And they rip, dude. I appreciate it, man. Yeah, we try to make them interesting, I mean, because trust me, like that last the last video I shot with the Outcast or the Notorious in the skate park in the rain, we shot 35 minutes of footage for that video. I mean, we weren't planning on making a video. We don't go into anything planning on making a video. We just were there, and if cool shit happens, we try to film it. It's not what we're out for, because that just makes you crazy. If you're trying to get a video, you're just going to make yourself nuts, because if that's your goal, you're not going to have any fun driving the car. Just have fun driving the car. Shit will come naturally. Oh, he doesn't have any O-rings in that fan. Well, if it hasn't broken it yet, whatever. I've been mounting fans on O-rings lately, like these guys here, just putting one under each corner. We have like O-ring kits at work, so just get the smallest ones they have, because nobody's going to use them for anything else anyway. Anyway, so what the hell was I talking about? Oh, right. So, and then cut that down to 1 minute I got rid of a lot of good shit, but there was a lot of the same shit over and over again. Like, so, but you know, that's the way it goes, man. It takes, I mean, Kamikaze shoots a video in a day, dude. It takes him a whole day of filming to make a video. He's said this, and I don't doubt it because his shots are fucking amazing. They're always perfect. And he does have his bails. He puts out crash videos once in a while. He did one not long ago, like I think last week. I don't know if he put it on YouTube, but it was on Facebook. And you know, just like the rest of us, but he's a full-time YouTuber and he's got the time to freaking spend a whole day shooting a video and then take a week to edit it. Was house jump friends, neighbors? It's my mother's house. It's the house I'm in right now. I'm actually underneath the garage right now. Or in the back of it, I used to say. My house burned down not long ago, like maybe, I don't know, 6-7 months, some shit. So I'm living in a cave in the back of my mom's garage. It's like, I don't know, I'd say 25 by 10. It's cozy for me and the puppy, you know. So, I mean, it's cool, but it's a little cramped with 2 people, as it was for a minute. Before my ex-wife left, but whatever. Soon to be ex-wife. Anyway, enough about that shit. Yeah, no, that's my mom's place. Used to be my parents' place before my dad died. We moved here when I was 15 from California, and I lived here till I was 19. I just turned 18 when I left for Europe, and I came back when I was 19, 20, 21 ish. I lived here for another like week and moved into my own house because I had already had a place that I put a down payment on, and from a lawsuit. I'm not rich, don't think that. And they put it in my grandmother's name, so the payment was extremely low, and the mortgage was like $300 a month. So I moved into it because the tenants were moving out anyway. My parents were like, "You have your own place. Get the fuck out of here." So I did. And then I lived in that house until my soon-to-be ex stopped paying on the home equity line of credit. And then they sold the house. And I got the leftovers from the sale, which was like 80 grand. And we probably spent 10 or 15, maybe 20 on just shit. I mean, we needed a washer and dryer for the other place. You know, we had a rental house for a while. And then that bitch burned down. And, you know, I've already told you all the rest. But yeah, no, it's my mom's place. And obviously I didn't go over the tallest point. The biggest problem with that jump is the run up, dude. I only got like 75 feet across the street. If I had like 200 feet, you know, I could get that thing up to max speed. But every time you squirt it, you know, I even turned down my throttle speed, like how fast the throttle reacts to your input, just so I can not break traction as much. And I still had problems. You know, like I said, the truck is 60 on grass. The hell? Whatever. But yeah, that's my mom's place, which I am in right now. It's a big ass house. It's way too much house for her because she literally goes like 20 feet from her downstairs bedroom to the chair that she sits in most of the day. She's 80 years old, man. Yeah, so she's just, excuse me, just living her life, you know, enjoying the rest of her years, drinking and watching CNN and Fox. Yeah, I don't talk politics with my mom at all. There's no fucking possibility of that. Oh, another thing I just noticed that might as well share. We don't run sway bars on shit. We don't have sway bars in any of these cars at all, except the 8S. The 8S, well, and this one's disconnected right now. That's funny. That one's not. Probably popped it in the jump. But anyway, yeah, we don't run sway bars on anything. Not on any of the 6s, not on this, not on the Mojave, nothing. Sway bars take away traction. Cool, man. What gear are you running? I think I got a 1950, I think is what I'm doing right now. Actually, no, I can't say that it still does 60 on grass. It did with the Max 6 GT with a 1650 in it. With the arrma 2060 or 2050, whatever it is. Well, I guess technically it'd be slower because it's less RPM. So it probably doesn't now, but with the Max 6 G2 and the same setup it's got on it, it did 60 on grass. And that was the last time I had a GPS because it burned up with fire in the house. God damn it. I swear to God, I feel like I got still in my fucking nose. No, but it's just as shiny and bulbous as it always has been. Oh. Mm. And yes, Mike, I got a new chair. Well, it's not new. It was in the corner of the shop, and I asked the boss if I could have it. And since my boss is so cool, he said, go ahead. Yeah, that's a pretty shallow wheelie angle. That's super easy. You can just keep it hammered. Need some skids on this bad boy. Give it the times, Nick. I'm sure he'll probably want to do that at the last minute, right when I'm packing up to go to the skate park. Wait, I want to put some skids on right now. Mm-hmm. That's our Nick. Oh. Yeah, and friggin' when I was speed running the Typhon, I got that bitch up to 115. That's when you kind of, that was on 8S too, on the Max 6 G2 1650. That's when you kind of realize, like, it's going to cost so much more money to go this much faster. I'm done. And then I ran it through a TV at 60 and then certified it. Well, I got to tell you guys, I am enjoying our conversation, but after this beer, I'm going to turn into a pumpkin. Not literally, but oh, you know what? Since you're here and I got that camera angle out so big, you already had a good look at the Kraton. You want a good look at my my Notorious and what that thing's looking like. So there you go. There's a good view of everything. That's the one. It's the one from the video. And obviously the Kraton is the one I jumped the house with. And off the parking garage and all that other shit. Hi, Brody. And yeah, I just did the shock mount on this one for the fronts. So it's a little too level now. I need to drop the front a little bit. But yeah, it works the same way. It comes off and jumps. I haven't actually had it in a skate park yet. But just driving it today at the sand pit, it's definitely going to be better off jumps because it's got the same kind of attitude as the truck, the other one, the Kraton. But these are cut springs, see, because springs from Century Springs don't come in lengths for RC cars. They come in a length that somebody found the right part number on. East Tactics, actually. So he found the part numbers from a spring company that makes springs, not RC car springs, just springs for everything. But you can't get 12.5-pound springs from everybody else. So, and these are just the shit. I mean, you got to run pretty heavy oil. I'm running 100 weight on everything that I'm not running Lucas engine honey on. 140 weight if you look it up. Which is what I'm running on. This one's on 100 weight, but my Kraton's on Lucas, and I think the Spider is on 100 weight too. But this might be going to Lucas pretty soon because it's not enough damping for what I'm doing. But this is on, I think, arrma pistons with my anti-bounce mod, and that one's on M2C pistons, so it's a bit different a setup. Ooh, 3.2. Shit. Per cell, that's pretty damn low, dude. Wait. Yeah, from 4.2 down to 3. Yes, yeah, that's way low. I wouldn't want to be going that low, man. I think my cutoff's at 3.6 or 3.8. Might want to adjust that. Yeah, you gotta have like a programming card or a special cord or something for that, right? Oh, and is that the older ESCs or the new ones? Is that the black edition or the one before that? The orange and whatever edition? So there's a couple questions you need clarifying. I should probably cut these zip ties because they look like shit. Just slapping one the other night. Keep those cables from getting up in the pinch zone. I don't need those getting into the body brace. Yeah, these are really good cutters. What the fuck? There we go. Neck strap came out again. That's to be. Actually, I need to flip that and staple it. What, Brody? What's your problem? What? What are you jumping around for, huh? Chill out, buddy. Brody, what? Don't be fucking hitting me in the elbow. You know I hate that. Hi, buddy. What's your problem? You needy fucking dog. You are a butthead. But I love you. Yeah, oh, Jesus. That C block is quite bent. Yeah, that's all right. Probably pop it tomorrow. Actually, the D block is bent too. They're both bent forward. Oops. But, I mean, with the house fire and all that shit and losing so many parts, I mean, I did salvage a lot of shit, but the collection of parts that I had built up was much, much more insane than what I have now. It was 4 or 5 years worth of shit. So I had all kinds of spares, and now we're kind of running on empty because the economy in Florida at the moment and also being out of season. Nick's been nice enough to resupply us with some things here and there. Probably due to the fact that I work on all those cars as well. But, yep. I should probably tie that shit down, huh? I'm gonna get fucked up. Oh. And you'll notice also I cut off all my secondary plugs for that 2-plug shit. There's no reason to run 2 3S's in a 6S. Just run a 6S pack because it's just the extra weight and the fact that it's a lot easier to chuck a battery if you're running 2 small ones because they're not really strapped down separately. It's just not worth it. So, and that extra plug and that wiring, believe it or not, these wires are heavy when it comes to the grand scheme of things. Because if you're running a 12, 15-pound truck, ounces make difference. So I always cut off that extra connector and just go with a single. And usually shorten them up to the point where all my 6S batteries will reach the connector. Three S, 4S. Okay, well, if you're running a smart system, then, I mean, you can't really complain or argue with it because it's supposed to know everything. And, I'm not a huge fan of that whole monopolizing the battery ESC remote game like they're trying to do. Because honestly, you should have the freedom to have all the features and be able to pick from whatever you want to run. Well, okay. No, I guess not. No. Okay, so now that I think about it, that was off. A storage charge is like around 3.8. So minimum battery is probably 3.2. That's probably right. My bad. No, I'm aware. You can lead an idiot to Harvard. You can't make him think. But no, but Nick runs that on a lot of his stuff because he fell into that whole smart thing and he likes all the cool features, even though he doesn't know how to use them all. And I've got a smart charger sitting right over there, and actually that thing puts out way more amps than my my dual whatever fucking thing. Right. So I mean, I'll throw batteries on the smart charger when I needed to jack them up quick. We need to get out of here. We got 2 batteries left to go. Because it'll dump 6 amps, where the other one will only go 5. And I've got 5,600 packs, so you can put 5.6, 5.2 amps to them. And I'd rather get the max capacity or max charging rate I can when I'm in a hurry. However, I've learned to be patient and just charge the night before, like I am now. Of course, I still have some more batteries to put on because now I know everything we're taking. We got 4 6s, an 8, a 2, a 3. So I got to do 2 4s and a 3, or at least 1 3, if not 2. And then all the 6s are just about all done. But no, that's probably right. Actually, 3.2 probably is the minimum voltage. I mean, you can always search what's the minimum voltage for a LiPo cell on Google real quick and know. But I know on the original programming and on the Hobby Wings, it's adjustable, where you want the cutoff to be. But it's usually like high, low, or medium. It doesn't really tell you what that means. Like high could be high voltage or it could be high on discharge. I don't know. I haven't had freaking anything like totally annihilate a battery, but I have had them go a little bit lower than I would have liked to see, especially with the hobby wing. But it's because their adjustment is vague, like I said. But I usually keep shit on storage charge during the week, and on the weekends, you know, if we know we're going out, we just put everything on charge. Well, not everything. Nick's got quite a few 3s and 2s, and well, a couple 2s, probably 4 3s, and 3 4s. So, and then he's got, I know the 1 6 is his. I've got 3 6s. I need to buy more. SMCs, probably what I'm going to get. I used to have 2 SMC 3S packs, and we used them for about 2 years. We had them for 4, and out of the 2 years we didn't use them, I'd cycle them like once a month, just charge them up and put them back in storage charge. And dude, we never lost a cell in those packs. Like we never had anything dip below 0.02 of a volt. They were always perfectly balanced, always perfectly matched, and they were hard packs too. And they were like 7,600 milliamp 3Ss. They were badass. But you know, we just didn't use them, so you know, we sold them. But I'm definitely going with some SMCs on this round because everything else we've tried, Gen's Ace. Of course, we haven't had any problems with the smart packs, but they're heavy and their C rating sucks. I used to have one of the Basher packs and it was just kind of crap. I mean, it had a lot of juice, but it was a tank, dude. It was the biggest battery I had, and it was also heavy, like really heavy. Yeah, Gen's Ace. What else are the other ones? Got Electron Pro, which is who makes my charger. Got Electron Pro Dual. And there's one more. Can't remember the name of it. But anyway, it's a cheaper battery. It's black with I think an orange logo or red logo. No, orange for sure. And you know, we don't have a pack that doesn't have a cell that's dropping out right now in the 6S range. I've even got an old Gen's Ace I'm trying to revive, actually, that's got one dead cell in it, trying to get it to start charging on NiCad or nickel metal, actually, because nickel metal is less sensitive to feedback, from my experience anyway. So I'm trying to get that cell to come up. I'm actually discharging the pack on a 5S right now so I can get the voltage to drop in the rest of them so I can put the whole pack on a nickel metal to bring that one cell up without overvolting the rest, because the rest are at 4.2, 4.24. You know, so I'm just charging the entire pack right now on a nickel metal because it won't, you know, ask for cell count and all that kind of shit on a discharge. Anyway, battery shit. What are you going to do? So maybe I can bring that back. But yeah, we need to invest in some batteries. But yeah, so that's kind of it with the trucks. I mean, there's a ton of different modifications in here that, you know, you can't see. That I've got this list of stuff that I'm gonna make a video of one day. Re-engineering the 6S V5, because the V6 fixed about half the problems. But let's see here. I've got it right here. I can list them off real quick. So dual rate damping in the shocks. Shimming the differentials, the way we do it, inside bearing, etc. Shimming the internals of the differential, front lower control arm trimming for better camber, sleeving control arms with brass, countersinking holes in shock towers, enlarging certain holes for bigger screws, tapping them out, etc. For modified hubs, that's a big thing. Rear body mount hole conversion. Not on this one, but on the rest of them, we drill another hole above the two that mount the shock mounts. You don't really have to do this with the V6. This is a V6 rear end or V6 wing mount, but on the V5, you had to take a body mount off to take the bolts out of the rear end. So we actually moved the body mounts up a hole by making a new hole, and then made it easy to access the holes. Doesn't really matter on the V6 though. What else? Cuts in the differential shims for degrees. Using the rear links used to be heavier than the front links, so we'd use rear links for the front steering as well. Rear shock shafts in the front, that's brand new. Spacers, shocks up and down travel, spacers in the drive shafts for in and out travel, deep compliance, contamination of bolts going to the differential, housings, and fuck it. That's what I wrote. I don't know. But yeah, so I need to make like a bunch of little videos and condense it and fast forward the slow parts, and make like a whole video on it. When I get the fucking time. I mean, this isn't a full-time job. Yeah, YouTube is whenever I have time. I have a full-time job. I have a full-time puppy. I'm actively, pursuing things in my life to increase my happiness, which is the only thing that's worth doing in life is being happy, no doubt. If you're not happy, you're doing something wrong. You need to change it because there's no reason to be miserable. Oh, this is that Axel from the skate park the other night with Nick 6S. I never saw that video. You bet the hell out of that one. I don't even think I'm going to try to straighten that. It's just going to crack. I heard it'll crack shortly after you put it in a truck, especially on a rear. But anyway, that's one of the things you learn when you get older. And don't get it twisted. I'm fucking 47, dude. I ain't no kid. I know I got like the beard going and fucking whatever, but yeah, dude, I'm fucking old. And it's not really the age, it's the mileage that fucks you up. Right, Brody? It's all about the mileage. All right, so that's that thing, and I'm just about done with this beer. So I'm going to go to bed so I can get up at 9 and go do Nick's motor mounts. And then we got to drive out to the on-road track out in Arcadia. Check that out. Help that kid tune his car up because he's driving a 2002 Serpent Impulse, which is exactly what I raced at the Nationals when placed 32nd. And I raced that car to third in the state of Florida once. During the on-road gas national or on-road gas state series, 4Gas, I think it was called. Anyway, so I know a little bit about tuning them. Plus, we have this new tool for tuning cars that we didn't have back then. It's called a slow motion camera. You can use an iPhone and watch the car go through a corner or go through a braking situation and figure out what the chassis is doing and freaking change it to make it work. And, if the driver's not comfortable with the car, he's not going to go fast. So that's my goal for tomorrow, is to make this kid be able to rip this thing. So hopefully that works out. And then, yeah, like I said, we got a motor mount bracket to put in on Nick's Civic because, it's a B-Series swap and a manual swap, and the mounts weren't exactly right. The motor's still sideways. But that's the last one we got to put in. And then his Jetta, he wants me to fucking go over the cooling system and fix the coolant leaks. I don't know how much time I want to spend on that thing tomorrow because it's just, I'm tired. It's the weekend, man. I want to have some fun. And then tomorrow night, we're, on the way up to Northport Skate Park. We're stopping by this dude's house who's got he's got an EM1 Civic and a Del Sol, and they're both turboed. The EM1's on alcohol. It's supposed to be in the 700 horsepower range. And the Del Sol's got a D-Series turbo that's supposed to make 350. I mean, I don't doubt it, but he bought them both. He's never dynoed them. And they need to be tuned because shit's not working out for him. And I'm good with the laptop and tuning cars. So I'm going to stop by there for about an hour before we hit the skate park and fuck with that shit. Probably have a little fun. And then, we're going to go blast Northport. And like I said, we're bringing a plethora. So we're definitely bringing the wagon to pull the cars. And I don't know. Hopefully we'll have a good time. Maybe we'll get some video. Who knows? But I bid you all adieu, as my beer is gone, and as promised, I will now turn into a pumpkin. Not a great pumpkin, just a pumpkin. A humble pumpkin. Not too big, not too small, but just right. Good night, my friends. I'll see you soon.